Welcome back to Jeff Lewis Obsessed, where we recap Jeff Lewis Live every night at 6 o'clock California time. I'm Sarah in Texas.
I'm Kelly in California.
And she shits a lot, and I do not. So that pretty much sums up who we are. We're very opposite, but
the same.
Huh?
Opposite, but the same.
Absolutely. Adore you. I don't know what I would do without you.
Show us your nails.
Huh?
I got them done gorgeous.
2 days ago?
They're really pretty.
I know. I had lunch with a friend, and I'm like, I know you don't like my summer color, but at least my toes are fall. My toes are like a plum.
It's Barbie core. You know what Barbie core is right now.
You know what? I think I went on Monroe's birthday. I probably had Barbie on my brain.
Exactly.
I love Barbie. And I thought, 3 a.m. in Madrid. Shout out, Marty.
Marty, my daughter is going to Madrid in a couple of weeks to teach English for a year. I know. Winter House is
on. I understand. You can always watch our replays. We love for you to join us live because it's so much fun, and we love seeing your comments and hear what you say about the show. But our replays are on YouTube, podcast, and Instagram, of course. So
Instagram.
Anyways.
Yes.
But we love when y'all join us live. We really do. It's just so much more fun, and we love chatting with other Jeff Lewis fans. They are the best people in the world.
Oh, yeah. Who else can I come on live and tell that I pooped my pants 15 times today? And people would be like, you're going to be so skinny. That's only Jeff Lewis fans.
Absolutely. I mean, we're literally like I'm jealous. Jameson relates.
Yes. Jeff's jealous.
Yeah, that's normal.
Jeff's jealous because he wants to do anything to be skinny.
I was going to say, we're all jealous of the weight loss. Absolutely.
In fact, today's show was definitely a weight loss talking show.
Oh, every show?
But today, they gave us a lot of good information on how to be skinny.
Okay, tell us more, because we all want to be skinny. Shout out, Alice. Was Jill saying it? Jill definitely. So I kind of got confused. Is Jill saying she did the Manjaro or the generic?
I don't know. I think that she said she did something because she said no. She said
she did a shot for sure, but I think she did something else that she said she just couldn't keep track of. It made her not eat for 2 hours or something.
She went to Margaret's doctor, the hormone doctor, and I think that's what really helped her get skinny.
Okay. And I think both him and her were saying that Margaret's getting a little too thin.
Yes.
She's very thin in the collarbone up here.
Yes.
And I'm all for super thin, but I don't know about her age, super, super, super thin.
They either say it's your ass or your face. So you can either have a fat ass and a nice face or not. So when women lose weight, when you're older, your skin sags because it does not have the elasticity that it used to. Oh, yeah. Maharno. Someone's saying they were on Maharno. Is that something?
Is that different? Jill's rugs aren't expensive. You know, I've never had to buy one. Well, I don't know when the last time I bought a new rug. I did a remodel I'm always remodeling. You know what? I buy a lot of my rugs at Home Goods.
Yes.
So it's just easy. I mean, if I'm talking about really large rugs. So
sorry. I was talking to Miss Lupo. Annette, right? Annette, you were the one that came in real hot, loving Stu and Amy, I think. And your daughter. Her daughter brought her to BravoCon and, walked around with her, took her pictures. Could you imagine our bitchy-ass daughters doing that for us?
No. And they don't even love Bravo. How the hell did we raise non-Bravo-loving motherfucking daughters? How did we do that? That's despicable.
I know.
I'm literally disappointed in myself.
Well, we do our best, and anything I like, Tyler doesn't like. So if I act like I don't like something, there's a possibility she'll like it.
Damn children. Okay, let's chat about today's show. Jill Zarin and surprise Chef Stu. Oh my God. And we love the word surprise because Jill Zarin clearly surprised everyone on that girls trip. Remember? Not the girls trip, but the New York Housewives girls trip years ago. So I love that. Why do you think Stu Ubered to Jeff's house last night? I don't think he normally does that.
Well, we were talking about it earlier. So he had dinner with Krista, but you think they had dinner at Jeff's house?
I mean, Jeff said she came to my house. I feel like they ordered in for some reason.
or they just drove to the restaurant together. I don't know how, but Krista, I don't think is really close to Jeff. I think that Stu probably maybe had a drink somewhere already, had gone out to dinner and had a drink and could not drive. So he's like, and Jeff called them up and was like, hey, I want you to come over. And so then he wasn't planning on it because he had had a drink. And then he was like, okay, I'll take an Uber.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they talked about this recently, that Stu, whenever he's finishing working, he'll often meet Jeff and whoever he's with at a restaurant and drive him home.
Right.
He becomes his Uber. And so I just don't know why he Ubered over there. But I love it. I love that they slept in a little bit.
Slept
in, or maybe had some morning activity. Who knows?
I think they have nightly activity and morning activity. He's high loads Chef Stu. Come on.
I just loved it. And Jill comes out the gate with advice for Jeff and Stu. And I really think she gives good advice. I really do. You don't like her advice?
It's not that I don't like her advice. I think that she thinks she's an expert on everything, and it's off-putting to people. What was her advice? I don't remember.
Well, she was talking about their love language, which we know they talked about that actually a lot. They've dived deep with that with Dr. Judy and Dr. Donna, or maybe just Dr. Donna. But I love the story about Chef Stu, or Jeff bringing it up, and he said, I don't even think I've ever told you this, but when you surprised me with those workout gloves, because I was getting calluses, and that was something like $30. I really believe as much money as Jeff has,
right, and
he loves to spend his money on other people, I do believe he doesn't really care about that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It's just like, I'm sort of like him. I mean, we are birthday buddies. But I don't really like when people spend money on me. I like when someone's very thoughtful, but the same, I like buying a gift for someone that's very thoughtful, something they wouldn't think to get for themselves. I'm not really about just spending money on someone. And I'm definitely not about like giving my husband a list or a birthday present list to go buy me something. That just takes it all out for me. No way.
One of my most favorite little gifts from Tyler, this is so silly, but, when she was little, I was smoking a clove cigarette and she found like the butt. It's like a stinky cigarette or whatever. It's tobacco. She found it and she taped it to a piece of paper and she wrote something like, Mom, please don't die. I love you too much. And I've cherished that little note and that little cigarette stuff.
Did you stop smoking because of it?
I never really smoked. It was like when I went out and I would smoke, and I explained that to her.
Like Chef Stu, he's a social drinker.
Yes.
A social smoker when he drinks,
And now I don't do it at all because it hurts my throat. But yeah, I mean, those thoughtful gifts go a long way, right?
Oh my God, right? I mean, if your kid is telling you, please don't die, that's pretty
I know. I was like, oh.
Please don't die, Mom. It's like, fuck.
Damn it. Watching.
Okay. I did not catch the very beginning of the show. I was getting ready to have lunch with a friend, and I think I missed it. I was even talking to you at some point. When I re-listened, and I heard that Andy Cohen was texting Jeff about, hey, are y'all on pause or not? Because I've got someone to hook you up with.
I wrote that down. It said Andy wants to set up Jeff with a masseuse, and Stu was like, no.
And the masseur lives in New York City? What the fuck? I mean, how is that going to work out well?
Well, maybe Andy's saying, like, it's when you come to the East Coast, you could hit it and quit it, toot it and boot it.
Jeff wants to fuck all the time. He does not want some long-distance relationship.
But I think what Andy was thinking is, like, you're going through this, whatever. He's not a Stu ally. Let's just say that. Let's just say
I don't know.
Let's just say it.
I don't feel that way.
I
feel like he's okay with it. I know, what did they say? Yeah. Andy's jealous because Jeff is happy with Stu.
I do think that, but I will say Andy put out a really cute video today with Ben about eggs. Did you see that?
Yeah. He was eating a hard-boiled egg and what did Ben want? What kind did Ben want?
Squishy eggs?
A squishy egg. I like squishy eggs or something like that. That was cute.
I think that Andy is a solo guy that will probably never have like a long-term relationship that turns into something more serious with his kids, which is fine because not everybody
wants that. I think he wants that, though.
I think he does to a certain degree, but he knows how hard it is because how much he works and how much he puts into his kids. So he's not going to do anything that's going to take away from that. So I think Andy sees the world as just like, you know, these, not hookups, but, you know, these connections. Jeff is more commitment ready.
Yeah.
He wants to settle down.
He's monogamous. He's monogamous. So I hope his solo therapy today went well. I love that he admitted that he's almost as fucked up as Stu, and Stu was like, I think you're a little more fucked up than me.
I know.
Stu kind of had some comebacks to him today.
He sure did. I said, you go, girl.
Oh, God. They're probably well-deserved. We don't know all the daily interactions between them, but can you imagine? I mean, as much as we all love Jeff, most of his fans have said, I could never work for him. I could never date him. Yep. We could be a friend. We could be a chump. But, oh, my God, can you imagine? Like, I would just die.
You know what I was thinking when I was listening to Bring Stu to Work Day was that I felt like I was listening to two high schoolers that like each other and love each other a lot and just kind of like pick and torment each other just to get a reaction. I could hear the smiles in the room. All the smiles.
Totally. And just, I mean, Jeff always has big laughs, but I just feel his giggles are so deep whenever he's laughing about Stu.
Yes, absolutely.
Love it when Stu gives it back. I think Jeff loves that too.
Oh, yes, he does.
Yeah. I think he thinks it's funny. I think it puts him in his place. Like, hey, fucker, you know.
Yeah. That's their love language. And I think their pet name for each other is fucker. So it works.
Yeah. And I love that they talked about how it took 7-8 months, but Jeff, when he finally did come over for his dinner at Stu's apartment, he loved that.
Yeah.
Like, he loved when Stu cooked for him and, you know, they just hung out at the apartment and stuff like that.
I think that'll happen more and more as the relationship goes forward. I think they keep getting interrupted by these pauses and breakups.
Yeah.
But once it kind of hits a good steady beat that he's going to have Jeff over to his apartment more and cook for him more.
Yeah. I just felt like today they were trying to say to the world, we're getting our shit together. They talked about, like, when things are really difficult in the beginning, that means we're going to have a lifetime of it easier. And Lord knows they've had it difficult. But in some ways, I don't really feel like they have true problems. I feel like they just need to both, mainly Jeff, get over his shit to protect himself and open himself up to being in a happy relationship with Stu, right?
Right. But I think that is the main problem. That is a main problem. When you're with somebody that has a lot of trauma or damage from the past, I will say this about Jeff. At least he's ready to look at it. At least he's ready to dive in and do it. Because a lot of people, I'll just say my mom. My mom has a lot of shit from the past. She would never go to a therapist. She will never go on It's just like somebody that's stuck and not willing to, like, make themselves a better human being. And I respect that Jeff always seeks out therapy and advice to try to be a better person.
Yeah. What did you think about when Jill said, "Are you from New Zealand?" to Stu? She could not figure out his accent. She didn't realize that he
wrote
a book with Amy Phillips. She was like, "What?"
You know what? I'm going to say something. I'm ready. I didn't want to say who was rude to me at BravoCon. The only person that was rude to me at BravoCon was fucking Jill Zarin. She was the only fucking housewife Bravo celebrity that was rude to me. And I thought
you said it was someone. Oh, she was the one that you said. I'll be back.
One. She was the one. So I think she's kind of entitled person.
She definitely loves herself.
Oh, yes.
She definitely loves herself. Maybe she really was busy and going somewhere. I love the story because, as you know, my friend Kim and I were at the Heather McDonald show, and we did see, I think she came in with, I don't know if it was with her boyfriend or not, but definitely with Allie. She had Bossy the dog with her. She didn't have fantastic seats. I didn't realize they were comp seats. I probably should have realized. Oh, for
Heather's, yeah.
Heather's, that they were comped, but maybe she told her last minute. I don't know, but a comp ticket, I mean, so what were they trying to say, though, that Stu walked by? Because I know Stu had at one point said that he was there with some friends or something like that. What did he say? Some drag queens?
I didn't hear the drag queen thing. He said that wherever he was going to sit, somehow he walked either by Jill or saw Jill. And then they were chatting and the show was about to start or whatever. And he wanted to get to the bar when the show started so he could get drinks. And we all know Stu is forgetful. He gets caught up in the moment. So then he never came back.
And he's carrying 3 drinks, he said.
Yeah.
That's
and it's
carrying.
But that proves my point about Jill. It's not always fucking about you. Like, why do you text Jeff and say, I was just like.
Yeah.
Drag queens from Dublin. I guess he was with the drag queens from Dublin.
Yeah. But I love that they totally had these big conversations. And I guess he said he would come back and sit with her. And then he sat with his friends, something like that.
Yeah.
And she was all upset that he didn't come back to sit. It was dark in there, so I don't really remember. I didn't really see an open seat next to Jill, but maybe there was. I really don't remember.
You know what? Jill reminds me of somebody like myself that can be very insecure and reads into things that aren't really there. So I always feel like she's on the defensive about things, and so then she misreads things. And I agree. I'm sure her regs are great, but she's always, like Stu said, like Amy Phillips said, I'm sorry. I was hurt. That's Jill. That is Jill.
I love
she
that.
She doesn't listen regularly because she didn't know what the fuck was going on. She said,
no, she was like, oh, Amy has a show on here. I only listen to Jeff, which I love. Were you listening to Reality Checked?
Yes.
Live when she did call on the back line and they were like, Jill's on the phone? I was listening. I thought that was hilarious. I love that she thought that was customer service.
Yes.
The back line to Radio Andy.
I know. It's just like, oh, Jill. She just puts her foot in her mouth. I mean, I'm sure she's a great person. You know who's really nice, though? Her daughter, Allie.
Oh, did you meet her? Where'd you meet her?
Well, so I'll just tell you what is happening. Where Stu and Amy's booth was, we were right towards the curtains to where the green room and all the backstage was.
Where everyone is.
Yeah, and Jill was a few booths down to the left away from where the green room was. So she was walking, like she was there for a little bit, walking by, and I saw her and Allie and her boyfriend. And I said, hey, Jill, can I get a selfie? And Allie turned around, biggest smile on her face. Boyfriend turns around, biggest smile on his face. And she goes, sorry, babe. I'll be back at 2. And I was like.
Oh, my gosh. He did talk about this Halloween Nights thing at Universal. That sounds like a lot of fun. I thought he was saying 12 people can go. Now he's saying 10. So I don't really know. Who's going to get cut, I wonder. We know that Heather didn't even get an invite.
Yeah, because we were wondering if they were still going to go. So they're going this Friday. I wonder if he meant that it must be 10. I think he was confused and maybe saying 12.
Yeah, because I thought he was saying 10 could go to the Disneyland thing and 12 could go to this one because he'd mentioned that a while back.
Right.
What do you think of Daniel, the intern? You think he'll last, or do you think Jeff and them scared the shit out of them?
Oh, no, I think he'll last. I can't wait to watch the video. Have you watched the video yet?
No, not yet.
I'm curious if we get to see what he looks like. Apparently he's cute. He's twinky.
Yeah.
Because they were like, Jeff, don't steal him. So, I mean, how awesome to be a fucking intern. I mean.
At Sirius? Yeah.
Can I be a 48?
I have a radio television degree, so I had planned on going into TV, but then as soon as I got into it, I was like, no, this is not for me. It's very cutthroat, very...
Yeah.
But,
do you think I could be a 48-year-old intern at Sirius?
Yeah, if you can live on no money, absolutely. You could whore yourself out at night. That's a good plan.
I haven't had sex since the Trump administration, so...
You could make so much money. This is your plan. Be an intern at Sirius. You could be a Hi, Doug Buden. We just watched your freaking Tibbets.
You did great, Doug. You know what? I don't care about that.
Are you drunk, Doug? I think he was getting tipsy towards the end. I can always tell when his face gets red.
I know. He did a great job. Let's give him a round of applause.
Shout out, Doug. We love you so much.
I love you in your glory hole apron that you fisted in front of the whole world.
I was dying. They'll make you another one. I think,
yeah,
they'll make you another one. Are you eating the food? Did it turn out well? It looked really good. I bet it smelled good. The thing about Indian food is your house will smell like that forever.
I love the spices. Yeah.
Cleaning the kitchen. So good. I love that Jeff said that he's going to pre-tape a Thanksgiving show, so we won't have to miss out on Thanksgiving.
I know. I'm so excited. He needs to do that more. I know in the past he said he does not like pre-taping because he feels like it takes away from the whatever. But it's good.
So do you think he gets paid if he does a pre-tape? Because we know he's all about not missing that one-day paycheck.
I don't.
And I also think he's I wouldn't call him a workaholic, but I would say he's very responsible. And I think he also likes for us listeners to get a live show as much as we can.
Well, I don't think he's a dummy, and he knows to be consistent. And the more that he produces, the more people want. I think for Sirius, he probably gets paid holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then the he's doing doing the pre-taping just for his fans. That's what I really think.
Wow, that's really cool. So this trip to New York, first week of December. Okay, Monroe just turned 6. She has taken so many trips to New York already. Now, they may not take her out of the country much. I think Jeff had talked about taking her to Cabo, and that never ended up happening.
Well, we know Jeff doesn't go out of the country.
I know. I was going to say, he doesn't go out of the country. Shout out Wendy. Shout out Chumpets.
I was going to say, if you have not had a chance to see the Nutcracker live, it's amazing. My daughter was a ballet student for years. We every Christmas meant Nutcracker. We always went to Nutcracker. We went to all the rehearsals. I was a makeup person, and the last year that she was in Nutcracker, she got the solo. It was amazing. It was so special.
Oh, that's so cool. Yes, Gage did take her to Italy.
Go to the Nutcracker. It's amazing.
But I can see Jeff wanting to sit up, but I kind of liked Shane's idea. Shane was like, let me and Lisa take her. Like, she would have more fun, but then that could also be a date night for Stu and Jeff. Don't you think that's a perfect solution?
Absolutely.
Like, Jeff doesn't want to see that shit. He's not going to appreciate it. I think Stu would appreciate it. You know? I think what Stu said was right, was like, he'll kind of nudge him. Now, they talked about the Moulin Rouge thing, and I remember that because that was around the last time when I came in real quick. Yeah. For that visit. And, he was like, they both left early because they just come off pause and they just wanted to go home to
that's what I was going to say.
Alone time.
He nudged him because he was horny and they wanted to go. And, I'll say this, like, being in a crazy relationship with lots of up and downs, I told you the makeup is the best part. The makeup sex is mind-blowing, so. Yeah. Oh, you need to go to Nutcracker. It's amazing. The music, the dancing.
Lupo, definitely. Oh, my God. And what I do love is the Rockettes. But I went to the Rockettes. Well, I've been 3 or 4 times. I never saw the dancer that's missing a hand. I'm kind of disappointed.
What did Stu say? Like, she dances? And Jeff was like,
Stu was like, doesn't she need her hand? You know how they're in like unison? And he was like, well, doesn't she need her hand to dance? And they were like, no.
Shout out, Kim. I'm going to tell you one like really quick embarrassing story about an amputee. I was at this church event and I didn't know anybody, and we got up to pray, like stand in a circle and hold hands and pray. And I went to reach for the woman's hand and she only had a stub. And I go, oh, am I supposed to grab your stub? Because I didn't know what to say. Yeah.
Missing a hand, not a foot. Jeff loves that. You and I talked about this, but I'm waiting for Jeff to talk about this TV show that's on TLC or something. And his show being number 1. We sure did hear Alyssa slip that in. He's like, that'd have been good information to know 2 weeks ago when I was negotiating.
Number 1 morning show.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Shauna Ray?
Yes.
I've been seeing the commercials.
Yes. Is she like 26? I guess it's season 2, so I must have missed season 1.
Me too.
But I love that she smokes and she looks like she's 8 and people like rib her about it.
But here's my thing. Any man that dates her or shows interest in her, I would be like, are you a petty? Because, right? Like, I don't know how you would like get past
You're not wrong.
When she has makeup on and she's all done up she looks like an 8-year-old with makeup on. So yeah, it's weird. It's strange. It's hard.
Jill did say that Jeff and Stu should have a reality show. I've got my thoughts on that. I've got an idea that I think Jeff should do with all the chumps. And I've got an idea for a TV show that I think Chef Stu should do, but a reality show of them both together.
No. Kiss of death.
Absolutely.
Kiss of death. No.
No, a kiss of death is when they renew their wedding vows. That's what the kiss of death is.
I don't know. I don't know anybody that's ever done a reality show with their partner and it worked out well.
Yeah, you're kind of right.
Jessica and whatever.
Yeah.
Adrienne Maloof and her husband, Alexis Bellino and her husband.
All the housewives end up getting divorced.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know if Monroe is cut out for ballet. I almost think balls coming at her head and like her swatting them away in tennis. I think that's more Monroe's personality. I don't know. What do you think?
I think she would really enjoy ballet. I think it's really like you have to get into your center. You have to think about your body. It requires a lot of meditation and thought. I don't see her doing it forever, but I think she should try it.
Yeah.
I see her doing hip hop.
Oh.
I just do like taking a cute little hip hop class.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I think she would be really good in dance. But like they said, she loves tennis. I didn't think she would like tennis, but she likes it.
Oh, she used to do dance? I don't remember that.
I feel like they tried and she said something like, I don't want to go back or something like that. But again, I think Monroe is like our daughters. If you show interest in something, then they're going to shoot you down.
She is a spicy little 6-year-old. I mean, I cannot wait till maybe I can. I don't even know how I'm going to handle it when she's a teenager. Like I see her smoking a cigarette in the back with Zoila. Oh my God. I'm so here for that.
Can you imagine
watch Girlfriends in Paris?
I haven't seen it yet.
I like it. I think it's actually really good. But one of the girls comes from money and they go to their house in like Cannes or something like that. And they've got, of course, a family chef or something like that. And she says he was the first guy to buy me my first pack of cigarettes. And I love that so much. I don't love it as a mom, but I love it now that she's like 25 or something. I kind of love that story.
But here's my thing. I feel like, how are they going to handle it when she starts her period?
Oh, that'll be the nanny's job.
They're going to freak out. Even Gage, I think, would be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
Oh my God. When they get the titties, the little bump titties. Oh my God. She needs a bra.
Well, not only that, I hate to be graphic, but when you first start your period, it's not like blood. It's like dark brown. So it almost looks like you pooped your pants. Okay.
Did you hear, of all people, Jeff fucking Lewis had to correct Jill on using the word rape when talking about Disneyland and the money? She didn't even get it. She was like, she just kept talking. He was like, I don't think we say that word in regards to, and she's like, well, it's just a phrase. I just mean taking your money from you. And I'm like,
she said rape is an expression. It's like, no, bitch, it's not a fucking expression. It's a violent felony that causes a lot of harm to people. Yeah. I wrote that down and I was like, and that was the final nail in the Jill coffin for me.
Yeah. I mean, I was so proud that Jeff even heard it. And it came off to him as, oh, maybe that's something we shouldn't say, because we know there's not a lot that Jeff realizes he shouldn't say, and we love him for it, but, you know.
I know. I was like, am I listening to Rick Leventhal about rape? He made comments last time he was on about rape, and I was like, Jill, what are you saying?
Oh, he did? On Jeff Lewis?
The last time they were on, I don't remember what it was. He said something like joking about rape, and I was like, no, that's never funny. No. Yeah. And also, they're on tomorrow, so.
Yes. Yeah. So Rick and Kelly Dodd are on tomorrow with Megan.
How much do you want to bet that they're going to talk about the housewives, Gina and Emily and Heather? Like and Shannon, she's just going to trash them. I just know she will.
Well, she'll definitely promote her. Thank you, Charlotte. I know there's summery and I know it's fall, but I don't care. I think I was in a Barbie kind of mood and I just said, do it. My toes are very fall, but that doesn't really make up for the pink, but I don't care. I love pink. Love, love, love. All the airplane talk really got me confused. I did love that, Stu brought up giving him points to bump him up. So I think he could go in the thing. To me, that's something that, Jeff didn't even realize he does. I feel like Stu does a lot of things that Jeff doesn't really comprehend he's doing, because he might do it through Shane.
It's one of those thoughtful gifts, right?
Yeah.
It's not about the money. It's just, I'm thinking about you, and I want you to have a better experience. That was cute. That was really
and I think it was probably something that bumped him up into a level that got him into the lounges, the airplane lounges that they go in. Because, as much as Jeff loves being recognized and all that, he does like living in the lifestyle of being he wants to be recognized walking to the airplane lounge. Don't you feel like?
Oh, of course. You know what's crazy though? Whenever I've ever taken flights, I never get Delta pulled up. Like, that's never one of the flights. It's always American Airlines, Southwest, never Delta.
I've flown it very seldom. I think the last girls trip, not this past one, but I do Southwest a lot because it flies out of the airport that's near me. But I did one leg of Delta maybe. We did that. What's that website? There's one that will show you all the different prices. You don't have to go to delta.com and southwest.com and alaska.com. What's that one? There's a million of them.
I don't know. There's so many apps. But what was
Expedia
about you have to, like, erase your search because if you keep hitting the refresh, I was like, wait, I didn't get it.
I've had that. So you're looking at a trip, and then on your same computer, you go back and do it again, and you're like, wait, it just said 323, and now it's 373. And you're like, what? This is the same trip, the same whatevers. And that's how they get you. And then you can't go back and ever get that lower price. So then you got to go to either a friend's computer or a work computer or your phone, which I can't stand using my phone to book a flight. I want to use a desktop. Anyways.
Okay, so you have to use a different computer.
That can happen. Yeah.
I don't like that.
I think Kayak is still around. Yeah, I think so.
Hotwire. Somebody was saying Hotwire.
Yeah.
Hopper.
Let's talk about Jill Zarin's code. She does have jillzarin.com, and that's like the rugs and furniture. And I think she mentioned like a towel heating rack. We know that's made popular from Heather Dubrow's house.
I would love a heated floor. I don't know about a towel rack, but I would love a heated floor in the shower.
Yeah, I've had that in vacation rentals where it's cold. Mm-hmm. We've had that. And then Jill and Allie, ALLY.com, is the crystal manifestation candles. And that's got the highest load. But and they all started giggling. I love that.
What does she mean about there's crystals in there?
I think there's literally like crystals. And that's what because people are all into crystals, and people put them in their bras. I bet Scary Sherry has crystals in her bra.
She probably has one in her vagina. I would remember that.
Didn't someone talk about putting a crystal in their vagina? Some housewife?
Phaedra Parks. But I remember that on Shaws of Sunset, Asa, who was on a long, long time ago, bought this gigantic diamond. It wasn't even big, but a giant diamond, and she was trying to like push water through it and called it diamond water. It's all kooky.
Yes, I do remember something about that. But
I love a candle. What did she say? What were the names? Do you remember what the names of the candles were?
Oh, there was a lot. And then Stu wanted an off pause, on pause one.
Yeah.
Cute names. She said that it's got the highest load of fragrance.
Stu's got the highest load.
But $45. I mean, I don't know. She's like, the box is so nice. I'm like, the freaking box goes in the trash or the recycle bin. Like, I don't need a box that's so nice.
And not only that, Jeff's taint candle, which was really big, his taint is huge, was about, I think, $50. So.
Yeah. So about the same, I guess.
Oh, they sold that diamond water at Ross. There you go, girl.
Oh, neat. Okay, well, let's chat about music and we will wrap things up.
We had Get Down On It by
That was good. I bet he did get down on it.
I bet you he did get up down. And Somebody Help Me by the Bee Gees. 70s.
The Bee Gees? Oh, wow. I didn't realize that was the Bee Gees.
I think it was the Bee Gees.
No, probably was. I just didn't realize that. Yeah. You know music. I don't know music.
Annette put the website there, so I'm curious. But I love the 70s theme. Again, we're happy. We're dancing. We're Saturday Night Live in. It's all good in the hood.
And Jeff is admitting that he's got some shit to work on himself. And they even said, hey, this, like, it just seemed like they had a better long-term plan today. Like, they've really been talking, hey, let's get this shit worked out so we can be happy for a long time. You know what I mean?
It changes daily. You know what? I feel like there should be a safe word with them, like unicorn. When somebody's acting toxic and not behaving appropriately, that one of them, Stu, should be able to say unicorn to bring that person back to reality and be like, oh yeah, I'm not behaving.
I mean, do you think it would work though? I don't know.
I think it. I don't know.
It's a good idea. It's a great idea. Let's go with it. It's a great idea. Well, thanks for joining, everyone. We will see you tomorrow, 6 o'clock California time, 8 o'clock Texas.